Welcome to Conversations. I'm Suresh Kuchatam. The results of Haryana elections would have surprised many. And this morning we did a short analysis on the results on SA Media. Now we are getting into something different. The Jammu and Kashmir Assembly elections. As we all know, the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly elections were essentially forced on by the Supreme Court. Not too much of liking of the union government because they wanted the state to be still under their control for some more time before the law and order situation stabilizes. But the Supreme Court felt otherwise, that there should be MLAs who will represent the people, and that is something essential in a democracy. Well, we will leave it at that. But the question is, what happened in these elections? As we all know, there was an alliance, there was an India alliance that was contesting. So we had the Jammu Kashmir National Conference, which belongs to the Abdullahs. There was the Indian National Congress, and there was CPM. It's a different matter that in Kerala, at the other end, CPM and Congress are each other's throats, trying to cut down each other and claiming they are never in alliance. But in Jammu and Kashmir, they both are in alliance, and we saw one CPM candidate winning. In fact, 42 seats were won by the Jammu Kashmir National Conference, which is an excellent show. But what happened to the Congress? And that is what we need to look at, because the Congress is down now to just 6 seats. Even if one looks at the performance of Congress over the years, we'll see that Congress has always been down and out. For example, let us take the figures from 2002. In 2002, in the Jammu Kashmir Assembly elections, BJP had just 1 seat. I repeat, 1 seat. And the Indian National Congress had 20 seats. Let's come to 2008 now. The BJP improved its performance, adding 10 more seats and making it 11. So wait, 2008, we are at 11 seats for BJP and 17 seats for Congress. 3 seats down from its earlier 2002 avatar. Let's come to 2014, when the elections are last held in the Valley and in Jammu. And that time, BJP dramatically increased its performance from 11 seats to 25. And Congress dropped from 17 to 12. So if you look at it, in 2002, from 1, BJP came to 11 in 2008, and in 2014, BJP did 25. And of course, as we keep seeing in the figures often at Jammu Kashmir Assembly election, the BJP does well in the Jammu area. Of course, that is a part of it because the Hindu population is more in Jammu, and naturally, the Jammu part of it does very well. The Indian National Congress was 12 and BJP was 25 in 2014. But we can see that what happened subsequently in the subsequent elections that were held recently. That was just yesterday the results came out. BJP got 29 seats, all of them in Jammu area. And of course, the Congress got 6 seats. I repeat, 6. What a come down for the party. From 20 seats, it's come down to 6 seats. And that is the most pathetic performance of Congress. In fact, if one looks at the entire vote share part of it, that is even more astounding. The BJP is the topper when it comes to vote share, with 25.64% vote share, followed by the Jammu Kashmir National Conference or the Abdullahs at 23.43. The Congress came at a measly 11.97%. And of course, the PDP at 8.87%. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we look at the Kashmir results, one thing we should realize is that the BJP has a handicap, a huge handicap. It will never win a seat in the Valley, that's for sure, because of the Muslim population who will vote against BJP no matter what the BJP does for them. The Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas doesn't work in Jammu and Kashmir because there it's a religious-based voting. They don't want Narendra Modi to win, they don't want the BJP to win, and that is how things are. Let's admit that fact. But the point is, with 29 MLAs, BJP has in Jammu area, definitely they'll be able to exert considerable amount of pressure. But what is more funny is the way Congress reacted yesterday, claiming a moral victory in Jammu and Kashmir, because we fail to understand what's a moral victory in Jammu and Kashmir. Because when you are down to just 6 seats in an alliance and where you contested more than 32 seats, your ratio is so bizarrely down. And that's what happened in Jammu and Kashmir. Of course, today morning we saw some statements from Omar Abdullah. In fact, the funny part was they are all supposed to be in an alliance, the Congress, the National Conference and CPM. But Farooq Abdullah, without waiting for anybody, made an announcement yesterday that Omar Abdullah, his son, is going to be the chief minister, because it's like a, it's like a monarchy. It's father to son, son, grandfather to father, father to son, everything. So Sheikh Abdullah to Farooq Abdullah to Omar Abdullah, it continues. And naturally his kids will get it later on. So there is no democracy, technically speaking, in that party, just like what we have in Congress party. But my point is very simple. How do we look at this entire thing? Because today morning, Omar Abdullah made some very kind of positive statements, saying that he is willing to work with the Narendra Modi government. Before the election, these people are fighting for the statehood, saying Jammu Kashmir needs a statehood, but there's no way BJP will give it, at least in the near future. Because like Delhi, exactly like Delhi, there will be a lieutenant governor who is already there, and the law and order and certain other subjects will be with the lieutenant governor or the government in Delhi, that is the union government. So Amit Shah technically will control the law and order in Jammu and Kashmir, not the Farooq Abdullahs and Omar Abdullahs, because they are known to have flirted with the terrorists openly and kind of worked with Pakistan, still continue to say that we should negotiate with Pakistan. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a tragedy of that valley, that there is a party which openly advocates the cause of one religion, gets their votes and claims they are secular. Whereas BJP is supposed to be communal. And look at the divide that is there out there. And the Congress is stuck between two places. They are neither here nor there. In fact, in the manifesto of National Conference, they very clearly said that they will bring back Article 370, which we know is mighty impossible, because unless the government changes in the center, even then, bringing back Article 370 will just not happen, just like that. Because the most notorious sections were not in 370, but in 35A. Of course, that also went out of the window along with 370. And 35A was only an ordinance. But the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly, we got to see what will happen in the development. Because I was in Ladakh a few months ago, before the 2024 Lok Sabha election, and the development in Ladakh is amazing. The locals were so happy with the roads and other factors that are being laid out there, the infrastructure development, the bridges being built, the football stadium, the ice rink that is coming up, various other, the universities. Ladakh is seeing a whole new expansion. Naturally, Jammu and Kashmir never used to give that kind of money to Ladakh. When the Abdullahs were ruling, or before that when the Congress was ruling, or even when the Mufti, Mehbooba Mufti was ruling. The Ladakh never got its due. It's a good thing that Ladakh became a union territory. Of course, there's a different problem there now. We have, there are some people who want to kind of get rid of that and want a full statehood even in Ladakh, which a union government will definitely not give. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to remember one thing. We might think Jammu Kashmir is far away. It's somewhere out there. Why should we be bothered? We need to be bothered. Because we need to keep the unruly elements like the Abdullahs under check. When I said me, it is not just that you and me. It is everyone. We'll say what is there in it for us. It's very important. This was a state that was in utter chaos 10 years ago. Terrorism was ruling there. And definitely what we are seeing is a different kind of cup of tea right now. The union government has got absolute control on the situation, and they are ensuring, of course, with terrorist incident now moving to Doda and other areas of Jammu, there is a problem there. But the terrorist incidents are down to just about one-tenth of what it was before. The election, interestingly, were there. The results are still there for everybody to see. But the question is, what will happen from here on? We need to look at it in a very, very serious way, because we cannot allow the Abdullahs to hijack or the Congress to hijack the agenda. That is a short video, and we will take up a longer video in the days to come to analyze more details about Jammu and Kashmir. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.